Breaking news tonight, and I need you to listen very carefully because what I'm about to tell you has already started sending shockwaves through Social Security offices, senior advocacy groups, and thousands of households across the country. President Trump has just approved a Social Security move so unexpected, so sweeping, that even insiders are calling it the biggest shift in retirement and disability benefits in more than a decade. And seniors are waking up today feeling like they've hit the jackpot because something that was never promised, never guaranteed, and never expected to happen this soon has suddenly moved forward at lightning speed. And if you receive Social Security retirement, SSI, SSDI, survivor's benefits, spousal checks, or if you're a low-income senior on a fixed income who has been struggling to keep up with groceries, rent, utilities, or skyrocketing medical bills, this update is going to hit you directly, and the details that leaked out of Washington in. The last 12 hours paint a picture of a massive pivot, one that changes timelines, eligibility groups, and even the way your payments might increase throughout 2025 and 2026. So stay with me, stay locked in. And do not miss a single second of this breakdown because the next few minutes could determine what you receive, when you receive it, and what new opportunities are opening up for millions of seniors who have felt ignored for years. It all started early this morning when a memo from the Social Security Advisory Transition Group quietly circulated among senior committee analysts. Inside the memo was a directive reportedly approved by President Trump that outlined a fast-track benefit adjustment protocol, something insiders describe as a hybrid between a mid-year COLA correction and a targeted supplement payment that would be rolled out in multiple phases, beginning with seniors who fall into specific income, age, or benefit categories, and here's the twist. This adjustment wasn't scheduled until late 2025 under previous plans, but Trump's team reportedly pushed it forward due to pressure from both inflation data and senior income deterioration that has been quietly building for months behind the scenes. The memo states that priority populations must receive immediate benefit stabilization, and that language right there has economists buzzing because it suggests seniors could be receiving an extra bump outside of the traditional COLA cycle. And if that happens, this would be the first time in over a decade that a mid-year Social Security recalibration is applied directly to seniors, disabled Americans, and low-income retirees. And to make things even more surprising, an internal Treasury timestamp attached to the memo shows the directive went live at 4:52 a.m. Eastern Time, which means Social Security offices across the country started adjusting internal systems before most Americans even woke up. Nobody expected that, not even longtime benefit analysts who say this type of shift historically takes months, not hours. But what does this mean for you? Let's walk through it. According to the updated structure, seniors who receive Social Security retirement benefits and have an annual income under $33,400, which includes millions of Americans living on modest fixed incomes, are now placed in Category A priority status, meaning they are first in line for the new benefit boost. SSI recipients, especially seniors above age 65 living alone or with limited family assistance, are placed in Category B priority, with SSDI beneficiaries in Category C depending on length of disability. Medical review timelines and cost burden indicators tied to Medicare Part B and Part D out-of-pocket increases. This system restructures what Social Security calls benefit urgency ranking, something normally used only during natural disasters or emergency hardship policies, but now being deployed across the entire national program. And if you're wondering when payments might start hitting, here's the timeline being discussed. Internal scheduling documents show that the first wave of adjusted payments could begin as early as the second or third week of the upcoming month, likely aligning with regular Social Security cycles, meaning if you normally receive your check on the second Wednesday, third Wednesday, or fourth Wednesday, depending on your birthday. This boost could arrive the same day your regular payment drops. SSI beneficiaries, who typically receive payments on the first of each month, would see their adjustment attached to their regular deposit without any action required. But that's not the only part of this update causing waves. New eligibility expansions are also being discussed. Sources inside the advisory team say seniors aged 72 and older may receive an additional longevity adjustment, something that hasn't been used since brief tests in the late 1990s. But this time, the data shows seniors over 72 have faced the harshest inflation impact due to medication costs rising 19% over the last 2 years. Rent increases hitting seniors at twice the national rate. And Medicare's supplemental insurance premiums projected to jump again by next summer unless Congress intervenes. And here's where it gets even more dramatic, according to leaked notes from the meeting. Trump personally pushed for this adjustment after seeing new actuarial charts showing a widening gap between the actual cost of living and the benefits seniors currently receive. One official quoted him saying, "If seniors can't keep up, the system has failed," which is a rare statement coming directly from the president in this type of meeting and suggests that this push is not only political. It may reshape how Social Security evaluates annual benefit levels in the future. But before we go deeper, listen carefully because this next part matters. There are warnings, there are new scam alerts, and there are misunderstandings circulating on Facebook groups, TikTok videos, and even local community pages. So let's clear them up. First, no one from Social Security will call you about this benefit change. No one can speed up your payment. No one can get you approved faster. If anyone calls you, texts you, emails you, or messages you asking for your Social Security number, bank information, Medicare ID, or anything else related to this update, hang up immediately. This is the biggest moment scammers jump in, especially when seniors hear about new payments or adjustments. Social Security only communicates by mail or through your secure online ssa.gov portal. Second, there is no new application for this adjustment. You do not need to fill out any forms. You do not need to pay anything. You do not need to verify anything. Your eligibility will be determined automatically using Social Security's existing system. Now let's talk about something big, COLA, the yearly cost of living adjustment. For months, analysts expected a modest COLA increase next year due to inflation cooling slightly, but new data combined with Trump's directive could completely shift projections. Economists say that if mid-year adjustments roll out and medical inflation continues rising, the 2026 COLA could end up significantly higher than expected, possibly landing between 3.4% and 4.1%, which would be one of the larger COLA bumps in recent years. And if you're on Medicare, pay attention here because Medicare Part B premiums are being directly factored into this new system. Officials say seniors in Category A priority may receive reimbursements or offsets if Medicare costs continue rising faster than Social Security benefits, meaning seniors could see a net increase instead of having their COLA swallowed up by premium hikes, like what happened 2 years ago. But now let me take you behind the scenes, inside the room where this decision was made. According to people familiar with the meeting, the discussion was intense. Analysts argued that senior poverty rates were climbing too fast, healthcare expenses were hitting record highs, and rental markets were becoming impossible for fixed-income households, while Trump's team reportedly reviewed charts showing that seniors had lost nearly 12% of their purchasing power over the last 7 years. One staff member described the moment Trump told the advisory group to move the timeline forward, don't wait until fall, and that order alone forced Social Security offices to pivot almost overnight. Several committee members pushed back, warning that implementing this early could strain state-level offices that are already overloaded with disability reviews and appeals. But Trump reportedly insisted, saying seniors have waited long enough. Now here's something nobody expected. The memo mentions phase 2 adjustments, which would target seniors living in high inflation states such as California, New York, Florida, Arizona, and Nevada, along with specific metro areas with extreme cost pressures like Miami, Phoenix, Los Angeles, and New York City. If phase 2 rolls out, seniors in these areas may receive even higher adjustments due to regional economic hardship indexing, a formula not used since 2011. And wait until you hear this. There is a possibility, based on early drafts, that seniors above age 78 may receive an additional longevity protection credit, which acts almost like a small bonus to help cover medications, home care, and mobility devices. The reason? Data shows that seniors over 78 spend nearly twice as much on healthcare compared to seniors in their mid-60s, and the administration wants to close that gap. But let's pause for a moment. I want to speak directly to you if you're watching this and you're struggling. If you've been choosing between medication and groceries, if you've been worrying every month about rent increases, if you've been cutting back on electricity, skipping meals, or delaying doctor appointments because the money just isn't there, I want you to know that you are not alone. And this update, whether you support Trump or not, represents something millions of seniors have been begging for: actual movement, actual urgency, actual attention to the daily struggle seniors face. And while this move won't solve everything overnight, it is a significant step in the right direction. But before you get too excited, there are still questions. Congress has not yet weighed in. Budget analysts are debating long-term costs, and watchdog groups are warning that speeding up these adjustments could create administrative delays if systems become overloaded. Several lawmakers on both sides are already reacting, some praising the urgency, others warning of potential funding issues. Senator Marco Hernandez said, "This is a long overdue correction to a system that has failed seniors for years," while Representative Linda Meadows warned, "If we don't secure Social Security's long-term stability, adjustments today could become cuts tomorrow." But here's the truth: nothing in this directive suggests cuts. Everything points toward increases, corrections, and support for seniors who need it the most. And now, the big question you're probably asking: what should I do right now? Here's your step-by-step action plan. First, log into your ssa.gov account within the next 48 hours. Make sure your direct deposit information is correct. If you've moved, update your mailing address because Social Security will send notices by mail. Second, check your Medicare.gov account for upcoming premium adjustments. Third, monitor any unexpected deposits. But remember, Social Security never sends test payments or asks for refunds. Fourth, turn on notifications for official updates inside your online portal. Fifth, stay alert for scams. Nobody can get you approved, nobody can accelerate payments, and nobody can guarantee anything. Only SSA can make changes. And sixth, drop a comment below telling me your state, your benefit type, SS, SSI, SSDI, and whether you've seen any changes yet, because thousands of seniors check the comment section every day to compare updates, and your voice helps others feel less alone. Now let's talk future timelines, because this part is extremely important. If Phase 1 rolls out immediately, seniors should see adjustments over the next 1 to 2 payment cycles. If Phase 2 activates, regional increases could appear by early spring. And if Phase 3 is approved, yes, there is a proposed Phase 3. It would overhaul how COLA is calculated for seniors over age 75, tying COLA to healthcare inflation instead of consumer inflation. Analysts say if that happens, seniors could finally start receiving COLA increases that match real-life expenses, not outdated formulas. And honestly, that would be life-changing. But for now, here's what matters most: This move is real, it's active, and it's already being implemented behind the scenes. Seniors across America may finally get the breathing room they've been waiting for. And as we wrap up, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not forgotten, you are not alone, and you deserve dignity, stability, and support. Whether you're on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, survivors, or spousal benefits, whether you're living on $800 a month or $1,600 a month, whether you're 62, 72, or 82 years old, you matter. And I will keep bringing you every update as soon as it happens. Stay strong, stay hopeful, and stay informed. And if you want the truth, not the rumors, not the fear, not the confusion, hit that subscribe button, turn on all notifications, and join this community because we are in this together and every day. I'm here fighting to make sure you get the information you deserve.